The Simpsons!
Boner in my pocket.
Dude, what the fuck?
Productions.
Hello, I'm Pepperoni the Penguin,
And I'm guest star Shane.
and we're here to review,
The Simpsons Movie. On the big screen.
well, on a 50-inch computer screen, depending on how you're watching this.
Yeah, if you're really fucking bored.
Now, The Simpsons has been around for pretty much longer than both of us have since 1989, so 21 years. Oof.
Yeah.
22, really. Yeah, it's a good show. Newer episodes could be better, but you know.
Well, actually, season 21 had some of the best episodes in recent memory. We're not here to talk about the show. We're here to talk about the movie. What do we think about the movie? Well, let's get to our review. So the story of the Simpsons movie, it's a pretty basic story.
It's pretty Simpsons quality, I guess I would call it.
Say, let me put my iced tea away. Oh, product placement, iced tea. Fuck you. The story of the Simpsons movie is, one day, Green Day shows up in Springfield to do a concert on Lake Springfield. And Lake Springfield is so polluted that it literally melts their raft. And they sink into the water and they die. So, Lisa finds out from the concert that Lake Springfield has become so horribly polluted that Springfield could be closed off from the rest of the world. So she starts a petition to get Lake Springfield clean, which it eventually does. But, of course, Homer, being pretty much the idiot he is, he dumps a silo full of pig crap into the Lake Springfield. Spider pig, spider pig. Anyway, everyone knows who Spider Pig is, come on.
Pretty much.
We don't have to explain Spider Pig. Homer, being the idiot he is, immediately after Lake Springfield gets clean, he dumps an entire silo full of Spider Pig's crap into the lake. It becomes so horribly polluted that the government encases Springfield in a glass dome, cutting them off from the rest of the world.
All just so Homer could bypass the lineup at the incinerator and get to the freaking free donut place.
So the story is pretty much Simpsons when you think about it. I mean, Homer's a retard and causes doom for everyone.
Bart is having a father-son thing.
Yeah.
Typical in movies.
Yeah. Bart, he's never really had it with Homer. They haven't really had the father-son connection relationship.
Very rarely.
So he goes to Flanders.
Flanders is a much better father than Homer.
Yeah, you think? The religious nut would be way better than the alcoholic strangler.
Point taken.
So the story is Simpsons quality, and if you like the show, then you're gonna like the movie story-wise.
Which we both did.
It's a good movie. It's a good story, too. And I like the way this movie ends. We're not gonna spoil anything, because there's a lot of spoiler, virgins out there.
Even though the trailers pretty much gave away half the movie.
All the cool parts.
Anyway.
All the cool action scenes, like, did you see that motorcycle? So that's the story of the Simpsons movie. It's pretty basic.
Now we're getting on to voice acting. Every single voice actor returns. Obviously.
You can't have a Simpsons movie without the original cast.
Basically.
So they have Dan Castellaneta, Julie Kavner, Nancy Cartwright,
Yardley Smith,
Hank Azaria,
Harry Shearer. And
they have a few guest stars in them.
Albert Brooks, who is...
Albert Brooks!
For some reason credited as A. Brooks.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't want people to know his first name. It's Albert, by the way.
And Tom Hanks has a cameo as himself.
Yeah! I completely forgot about that. Advertising the new Grand Canyon. Watch the movie if you want to know what that's about. All the voice actors from the series are in the movie, and they are top-notch. They are spot on with their characters. Not a single character in this movie sounds out of whack or out of place. They sound like they should. They don't sound like they couldn't get the voice actor on for some reason, so they just hired some impersonator. There's
even one scene with Marge which is probably, without a doubt, the best acting ever in the Simpsons episode.
So serious, though. The voice acting is spot on. Even Green Day, I know.
Even though they kind of suck.
They kind of suck now.
Pretty bad.
Older Green Day was so much better. Thank God they died. But for the 3 minutes they were in this movie, they had some pretty good lines. I mean,
even the Titanic reference.
I know, when they were sinking and they pulled out violins.
Played Near My Guide to Thee, however the fuck you play it.
Yeah. Voice acting, top-notch. Characters sound awesome as always.
Now let's get on to the better part of the review. The humor.
The humor? We're actually kind of mixed on the humor.
I personally thought that the humor was a little hit and miss. Some of the jokes just made me laugh my ass off, while other jokes just made me kind of look around the theater awkwardly.
I don't know what he was talking about. I thought the humor was spot on throughout the whole movie. I thought the humor was amazing. I thought it was spot on with the TV show, the earlier years. I was literally lolling the entire movie.
I admit, I was laughing my ass off at a lot of parts, but I'd say about 60% of the jokes were really funny. 20% were like, okay. But the other 20%, were they even trying?
I don't agree with him. I thought all the jokes in this movie weren't more like
That was funny.
That was creepy. And now the final part of our review, we're going to look at the animation of the Simpsons movie.
The animation is
big part. It looks like it should. It looks exactly like the show, but on the big screen. I mean, like
they even give the characters shading.
Yeah,
which they've never done.
Every single scene in this movie is shaded. It's like I thought that was really cool that every single scene in the movie had shading in it.
And there are some of the action scenes are very, very well animated. Sometimes I would wonder, wow, how did they draw that? Oop, Simpsons, gotta focus.
To be fair, there are some points in this movie that are CG, but about 90% of this movie is traditional Simpsons animation. It's completely 2D. Oh wait, the pig silo was a CG too. And too many animated movies today, they just go way too overboard with CG effects. Blob. The Simpsons movie doesn't go overboard with CG. It has some CG, and when it does, it looks really cool. But 90% of the animation is traditional 2D, hand-drawn. And that is really cool. We give it a big thumbs up for that.
If my thumb was any bigger,
you'd have a boner. Okay, that was really creepy. Now that we've gotten to all the main points, we're going to give our ratings for each individual aspect, and then we're going to give our overall rating for the Simpsons movie.
What would you give the plot?
The plot? I would give an 8.5.
I would say 8.
Around an 8 for plot. Good Simpsons plot, if you like The Simpsons. You'll get into this right away.
Voice acting, without a
10.
doubt. 10. I completely... You know what? 11. 11. 11.
Yeah, if you can go 11, fucking 11. Come on.
I make up the rules for this channel. We're going to 11.
11.
Even though it's 10.
11. That was pretty cool. Nice high five. Animation. What would you give animation?
I would say 9.
9. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 9 sounds good. The animation is spot on. The CG looks awesome when it does, and it looks like The Simpsons. So, big thumbs up for animation.
Without a doubt, it looks amazing.
And now humor. What would you give the humor?
To be honest, I'd give it a 7.5.
I'd give the humor a 9. So halfway through that, that's about 8.5.
Yeah.
So 8.5 for humor, that's about 3.5 thumbs up. 3.5 thumbs up. Yeah, that's right. Now that we've rated all the aspects that we mentioned, we're going to give our overall rating for the Simpsons movie.
Shane, what do you think your overall rating is for this movie?
My rating is extremely high, mainly because I'm a big Simpsons fan. I've been watching the show for many years, so I was instantly excited when I saw the movie for the first time. To be honest, I didn't see it in the theaters. I saw it on the internet. It was filmed in the theaters.
$10 for a movie, my ass.
Fuck that.
What would you give it?
I would give the Simpsons movie a 9.
Fair enough.
What about you?
I would give the movie an 8.
An 8. So between that is 8.5.
Our overall rating, 8.5. Good.
Good. That's a good on the Zombie Cat rating scale.
Yes.
So 8.5 for the Simpsons movie. If you are a Simpsons fan, if you are an animation fan, if you like humor and good voice acting, go watch this right now. It's been out for 3 fucking years. Where have you been? Fucking retards.
That's been our review of the Simpsons movie. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go masturbate.
What the